Hi everyone, thanks for visiting my channel. Today I want to share with you a Silvertone AM/FM radio. It looks like it's missing a little Silvertone badge on it, label. It's plastic. I've looked in my book here and it's a 1955 model. Silvertone back in the day was really good about, let's see if I can turn it up the rest of it. Yep. About giving you some information that is important. 4200, let's see, it's got the tube chart right here, and actually all the parts. This is a pretty heavy set. I'm thinking it has a power transformer in there. So let's get the back off real fast. Got back here. And yep, there's a power transformer in there. But somebody's been in it because they taped up the wires to the antenna. Well, that one just fell right off. Boy, they're very okay. Not seeing everything. Okay, there's a sleeper back here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tubes. They got the tuner covered up on this. Looks like a screw is missing. Yeah, I hope they didn't do too much to it. Oh, it's got another bottom to it. Yeah, one octal, that's got to be the output tube. All right, Silvertone. Oh, they got the 2 screws here. We'll open that later. Let's take a look on the bottom. That's what I'm kidding. How about the speaker? Oh, it looks like it's not in that great shape. It's ripped. There and there. Yeah, not so good. Can be repaired. But it's not open. Let's just screw it on there. No, it just pops on there. Yeah, it's all original. And the cap's down here somewhere. Right there, where that resistor's at. So it's all original. (6x4). It's gotta be the rectifier. I don't need that in there right at this point. Alright. I'll show you what's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was a tube. Oh, you see that? It's definitely FM on this side. These coil. I'll leave that open so I can blow it out when I get it outside. Okay, this 6x4 is a full wave rectifier. Alright, well, we're going to give it a shot. Let's get the antenna connected. It'll work. Put it on AM at first. I don't know which one this is. We'll figure it out, right? Alright, let's watch the DVT. No good. It's alright. We're pulling some amperes. Don't want to go too loud with either of that speaker condition it's in. I don't know which one I'm at. Alright, I can tell by the right about there it should be. So let's go this way. Nope. Okay. Let's try putting it on FM. See what we'll go. Turn it this way. Nothing. It doesn't work, guys. I mean, I'm not even getting really any spot sound.
Don't like a good ghost story.
Alright, that's FM. It's working. It helps if I turn the volume up, right? That volume control is filthy.
None will be spent. There's no shooting.
Go back to AM. And it's AM is not working. Could try to find the problem with the AM siding, but I'm thinking it's a tube. So take speaker off. That'll be the first thing I do, so that way I don't have to worry about damaging it anymore. So I'm going to go in there and desolder that and get it out of there so I can repair it. So this is the Silvertone 4200, and if you remember now, I had FM but no AM, and so I'm trying to determine why. Troubleshoot more or less. Here's that speaker, by the way. It was ripped. I have evidence that somebody had been in there and put their fingers through it. So what I use is, I always use paper towel, 2-ply. Just use the 1-ply. It's more sturdy. It's got the ridges in a paper towel or whatever you want to call them. Just so that's done, and I glued it back in the back also. So that's done. I need to get it out of my way. Okay. I'm in, like I said, in the process of changing this 0.05 at this point. I'm checking resistors in the general. Anyway, I got it on this 1 watt. It's a gray, red, and brown, which should be 820 ohms. And I'm reading 3.04 K. That's that AM converter tube. I had out of 8 tubes, counting the rectifier, I think, I had 3 of them that had real bad grid leakage. The 6BA6, the FM IF amp grid leakage. I have that tube. The 6BA6. No, that was good. The 6CB6 FM RF amp grid. F amp, I got grid leakage. And this 12BA6. The AM converter, I got that one. I had to order that 6CB6 for the RF FM RF amp. You know, I was getting the FM, but it doesn't make it right. I could take these tubes that are showing grid leakage, these 3, and I could put them on my Hickok 533A or something. And it's not going to show me grid leakage. It's just going to show me the micromose, and naturally it's going to be lower in micromose than what a new old stock tube would be. So I'm not going to waste my time going there. I've been through that, and that's what the results that I get from it. Because I can see where it's soldered in there. The J hooks seem awful large than any other ones connected. So that gives me to believe that it was replaced. That explains stuff like the busted speaker and everything. The parts list on the back of the chassis, I mean the back of the cabinet, shows it's what the heck, that 800 or the 8.2K, it's an R10, and this print shows it as R11. So the identification numbers are different. Correct. The problem is the AM converter tube that's in there. I got this jumped out here, this capacitor, because I took it out of circuit when I was looking in that AM converter circuit. So I got it plugged in. All I got to do is Turn it on. If I get the right switch here, make sure that's off. Turn it on. So what kind of voltage we got here? I hope my connections are okay. Turn it on. See, watch the DBT because I don't know if I got this right or not. It looks good. Let me see. Let's get some volume on it. Okay, I'm getting some static. I don't know if I got an AM or FM. I think this is FM the way it just sounds. I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know.
We would be waiting for him at the
There is
station
AM.
to tell her about it. He wondered why, however, she never told him about it.
I wanted to check it, like more or less troubleshoot it to find out why AM is not working before I go in there, and if I decide to shotgun it or something, at least I know I have it fixed.
Hello, Ted. Stevens, was your missing?
Now that we fixed the AM, I decided to change these E-caps. There's 3 of them, a 40 and 220s. One of them is a sleeper back here behind this terminal board, but I did add my own terminal board back there. For some reason I couldn't use my insulated stand up in there because there's just no room. So I put a terminal board in there and changed that screw that mounts the speaker, and I will be changing this one too because it's stripped. But anywho, so I put the 3 in there, and I changed this 1K just because there's 100 ohms over. It's 1200 ohms. That's at 10%. So I'm ready to put I got these parts here. I got the speaker mounted because I had to make sure I cleared that speaker when I put that terminal board in there, and I also connected the speaker back up, the output transformer, and had the what right here, pin 3 of the 6v6, I think it is. Well, I changed this capacitor because it did solder onto that terminal on that pin, so I changed that one. That's as far as I'm going right now. I have the parts here. This is the 0.05 that it goes back in there that I first took out, and then I discovered this resistor. I'm watching where it's going, and guess what? It's going right up to that selector switch. It's showing it in the FM position, but that selector, the resistor goes to the AM. So that was a problem with the AM. Not only was it the AM converter tube, it was also that resistor. So we've got that fixed. Well, we'll find out, won't we? I don't know. Let me see, what do I got it on? FM. I didn't have an FM 10. I don't need it, don't think. That wouldn't be it.
Yeah. You can't be from the British Foreign Office. It's just what I am, Governor. Going up in the world, don't you think? By the way, I'd better give you your instructions.
That was
the envelope's pretty
FM, AM. That's done over here up to here anyway, and the speaker's in there and it's sounding okay. And so I don't know if I'll continue on this way or go back to the front end, and I think I'll go back to the front end and work my way to the power end. This 8.2K is coming right out of here, out of your screen grids. That's the control grid, and the next one screen, and it goes up, and it goes back up to the other screen grid, the 2 screen grids, okay? And Goes there, comes up. Right here's the contact point. Right here, I mean a connection. Comes up and it's in AM. So once the switch, selector switch is put in AM, it goes into play. Okay, and then if you follow it through some more, 8.2K, it'll come back all the way up here to this is your primary of the 455 kilohertz IF can going out through that coil, coming through, back down, back over this way, and down to that plate of the same AM converter, the 6BE62. So that goes to show you that once it's an AM, you're putting 82 ohm instead of 8.2K. And if it's an FM position, this is not really in play, this AM, because it's at 455. But yeah, you're talking about screen grids and plate on that AM converter tube. That's why the AM didn't work. And I knew it was a tube, but then usually when you have a tube that's bad, you want to know why. Not necessarily going to find something. It's just could be just old. But yeah, well, it pays sometimes to follow it through, and it saves you on troubleshooting time by following it through. And it was just a dead giveaway when you saw the capacitor and resistor, and 82 ohm, and then it read 3K, north of 3K. That automatically. Okay, and then you really check it with that print. It's supposed to be an 8.2K. Somebody got in there. I have this radio, I think, complete as far as my electrically restoring. It wasn't a lot here, so I don't know if I'd call it a shotgun in it, because I did replace these filters before I started really getting into it. There was a total of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 capacitors and 4 resistors. 2, 3, and this was count in series count as 2. That's at 2.8. Or was it 2.8? God bless it. 8.2. I'm sorry, 8.2. And there's one down there, sleeper hidden behind this capacitor. All right, this one right here, this is at 6 microfarad. I put a 6.8. It was. That one here is the one where the positive is going to the chassis. And my understanding from that is because that's filtering out the high frequency noise from the line noise. Let's turn around and watch the gimbal tester. It's okay. It's pulling some wattage. I don't care about the amps at this point. Speaker's connected, so I was thinking, oh, wait a minute, I got hooked. Connect the speaker. No, it's hooked. I don't even know what brand. Let me see. I don't even know what I got it on, or where the dial's at. Let's try this one. This one's probably AM.
A sort of gateway with barbed wire tucked into it. What do we do now? Keep going until they stop us. Then I don't know. I'll play it by ear. Try to bluff us through.
Sounds pretty good.
To the manner of life in good families. Superior.
I have the radio connected to a resistor here. Let me see. That's a 20 ohm at 25 watts. There's 120 volts. So let's turn it back on. So that could bring up that temperature then. Could it? Okay, now we'll read it.
Now Be good, my
That AC
I'm depending on you.
here and here is...
Open sesame.
All right, 117. That's what it likes
Now,
to see.
Wolfgang.
Then we come over here and we're dropping down to
Open sesame.
113 volts. And I got it at 121 now it's showing. Okay, that's good. Now let's check the DC voltage going. I never checked it too. Let's check it going to the rectifier
By 9:30,
or from the
Thomas was
rectifier.
back. All the little piece of paper said was a hasty okay. At a quarter before 11,
I
he
put
took
this
his
on
revolver
DC.
from a
That
locked
rectifier
drawer,
is
inspected it carefully.
6x4. So find that
Loaded
one
it
real
with
fast.
cartridges from an unbroken packet.
6x4 pin 7 should be
He
185
walked quickly,
volts.
keeping well away from the wall. And when he climbed on a bus, he
185
sat next to the
volts.
conductor, where he could watch all who got on
God
and
bless
off.
it, Kenneth. Don't.
By 25 minutes after
177.
he was out on
So
low
that's really
Hampstead
nice.
Heath,
Let's try it on the
pausing in the
output.
shadow of a large tree to adjust a black velvet
Pin
mask
3 at
on
175
which in white
volts.
thread was stitched the number
I can't
21.
see it.
Then he stepped briskly to the door of the villa that lay before him and
1, 2. I think it's this one. I know it is. So the speaker's there. 167.
finality.
And I should be at 175. This is all good, good news to me. Right. Under is good.
Right.
I'll just go ahead and do that grid.
21, sir.
Control grid. That would be pin 5.
21.
Shows 0
We go into
volts.
the meeting room.
Pin 5. 3, 4. I think right here. 0.05. 0.00. Yeah. Very good for that's for the grid. Control grid. I think so. Pin 4 should be 160. 3, 4 should be 160. 157. And what was pin 7? I mean pin 5. What was I reading? Oh, I'm sorry. Pin 5 is that.
Someone moved across to the gramophone and stopped it.
That's the screen grid.
Looked around.
Plate remeasured.
The massive
So yeah, we're good as gold. So I'm going to stick with that one. While I'm waiting, I'll go ahead with this one again. For 131. I don't know if you can see this in the camera. 153 now. That's still good. I need to check these things about 300 or something. Alright, now we can get the voltage. I'm at 6BE6 that I replaced. Okay, I'm looking at pin 5 at 175 volts. 7, 6, and 5 right here. 162, that's good. That's 175. Then I'm just going to measure the control grid.
He pushed his handkerchief under the mask to wipe his face. Two tall men closed in upon him.
Control grid.
Fell back. Ladies and gentlemen, I will
Minus 10 volts. Minus 10.3 volts.
Number 21.
What number pin?
Take off your mask.
No. Yeah. Pin 1.
Man was introduced to our society by you under the name of Joseph Rogers, formerly second footman in the service of the Duke of Denver.
I think it's this one right here. Minus 6. It's probably as good as that's going to get. A minus 6. Just in minus 10. That's good.
I asked all over about him. The story was so unswear it was.
They say the voltages on here is plus or minus 10%. And I'm probably guessing that it's 1,000 ohm per volt. Let me see that.
No. He died abroad. I took his place. And the end of your impersonation to uncover our society.
And components,
The robbery of your own faith,
valve,
on which we congratulated ourselves,
and variations
which
of
you helped to execute, was arranged.
plus or minus
The robbery of the
15%.
death of your mother was arranged by you.
And voltage and resistance readings. Okay, 15% minus or plus. This is really good news. How about that chassis one right there? And it's going to take a lot of the heat on this chassis, so that's good. and I put a 3/4 inch, okay, 3/4 amp fuse in here. I didn't have no room to really mount. So my last one, the inline type fuse holder. But yeah, then I kind of put some liquid tape around areas that I didn't, a little tight. I didn't want it to short out even on this one.
I dread to stretch out my hand. Suppose they've buried me alive.
Courage! Can you stand up?
But why?
Hey, what kind of voltage it got?
Why? The bandage passed round and round my body.
119 volts. That's probably a little droppage there.
With much exertion, I could supply myself
37 watts. Back at this bottom of this radio is 60 watts. You know, common sense.
There was no water.
And I saw it go up all the way up to 6 something milliamps. 600 something milliamps. But S3/4 should handle it.
I can see you as clearly as I saw you months ago.
Oh, I
The
wish
fuse that I put in
Your
there.
bonnet and the parasol you carried in summer, and the high-waisted blue dress.
So that's it. Hope you found this interesting, and thanks a lot for watching.